You better tell the world. I tell you what.
Hello, world. I saw the live button.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this intro. We will do our intros, and then you will tell the world while we late. All right? Let's get to it. Yo, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Taylor May Rock. You're now tuned into the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Beats, bars, and faith all day. Y'all know the vibes. Mr. K, Quick, 86, Dexter, and Walter Fitz. We in here. No filter ish. Is this a Carol? Everywhere. All platforms.
Man, and of course, this is your man GMO, aka non-GMO. I'm up in this motherfucker.
Just Star. Hey, y'all.
Okay, it's a remix going on over there, and I am the blue. I am the Blue Phoenix, you guys, and I'm like midway to my morning voice, so excuse me.
Good morning to you.
I'm not there yet.
Hello,
my
sinuses. So she's not there, but she's like,
yeah. This is why my sinuses are bothering me, and this is why I got my hood on because I got chills.
Yeah, thank you.
And
I finally seen that Adam's apple.
Million.
This power you're supplying. Finish, y'all.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you did that. Because I thought you was about to be like, bo, 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 bo. Y'all gonna get me killed, man. Y'all remember that shit, Black Knight?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mario.
Oh, no.
So how y'all feeling on
Arrow?
This rainy Thursday, man? It's nasty as shit out there.
Feeling ashy.
It's good. Yeah, I'm good.
No,
I feel too sober. Need a drink.
Or some ganja. So wait a minute. So I want to say publicly, you know, we getting Star shit because she's normally the late one of the group. But unfortunately, you know, our punctual one was just a little bit late tonight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to share, you know, behind the scenes why he was late. So I figured, you know, you could tell the world why you were late. Let's talk quick. Talk to us, buddy.
Zoom in, just like on the corner.
Spin your ass right back around here. You turn it.
Dang it. Fuck. All right. So, since these guys want to be nosy, I plead the fifth.
Hold on, Kelsey Nicole. You can't plead the fifth.
It's in my amendment, right?
Hold on, Kelsey Nicole.
Hey, Angel. Hey, Million.
All right. Well, to be honest, I ran a little late because I am currently in the middle of something that I actually suggest everybody do. Because I tend to do this every 6 months, so on and so forth.
Hey, Tyler.
Is it pooping?
I am in the middle of a detox, yes. So I'm actually in the middle of a detox. So I had to answer nature's call. So I'd rather answer nature's call and be a couple minutes late than be on time and have nature's call answer during.
Your butt up there sounded like a motherfucking starting moped and shit.
21 gun salute.
Y'all remember the quick start moped?
Oh my god.
That's that nigga ass right now.
The old Ford trucks. The old country Ford truck.
It sounded like Weezy when she called.
Hey, quick.
What's up?
You want to know? I'm going to show you exactly what you is right now. Give me 1 second. I'm queuing up the video.
I'm not trying to say it because it's going to be something ignorant.
Oh yes,
that
it
you're gonna
damn
put up
I mean,
there.
this is a no filter show.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
this
Right.
limits the no filterness.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. This is quick, y'all.
This dude put a video up.
I shit real bad, and I'm afraid if I'm gonna shit. There are only two situations.
Are we done yet? Are we done? Are we done?
Okay, so since we're on the subject of cleansing,
And by the way, tell Daisha she grounded. I don't even know why yet, but she's just grounded.
Uh-uh.
21-year-old.
I just did. And you're supposed to be in the background. We're not even supposed to hear you.
so since we're on the subject of cleanses, bruh, what have you been using to make yourself talk like Popeye to olive oil?
Well, for one, the process is for about 2 weeks, because it's a 2-week process, if you have the willpower, that is. You're not supposed to eat anything that's cooked. You're supposed to eat nothing but raw. I mean, I'm still in the middle of my first week. I actually started a little late. I started Tuesday, actually. But you're supposed to eat nothing but raw. You can eat as much as you want. That's the thing. You can eat as much as you want. It just has to be raw fruits and veggies. You know, you just have to kind of eat like a rabbit in a sense and drink a lot of water, you know. So that's primarily, and you'd be shocked just how that flushes through you alone, to be truthfully honest, when that whole disciplinary diet just goes through. So you just have to go 2 straight weeks. Nothing but raw fruits and veggies, water, whole nine. And I used to take, because matter of fact, there's one supplement that I take made by Shaklee. It's by Shaklee. They make nothing but like their products out of like natural herbs and whatnot. And they have like a herb tablet that kind of helps flush you out and all that kind of stuff too. So primarily that's basically that. You know, it's just mainly if you keep up that diet plan or that strict fruits, veggies, water for at least 2 weeks, that is going to trigger a whole lot of stuff in itself. You'd be amazed.
Yeah.
But that's primarily what I do.
So it's a natural enema.
Pretty much natural enema.
I just want to know, does your toilet bill, like your toilet paper bill, go up? Because I think that's the reason why actually being a vegan is so expensive.
Well, bruh, how many times are you? Well, for one, if you finish before you actually start wiping, then you wouldn't have the problem. So you don't wipe and then dump some more and then wipe again. That's how you waste toilet paper.
Who does that?
Wait a minute. Look, sometimes
What if you think you finished and as soon as you stand up, you
That's
gotta sit
different.
like that?
But that's
Nah,
different though.
look,
That's
let me
different.
tell
But
you
like
something.
you gotta really, if you
Bruh.
really gotta go, you gotta wait that out.
Look, let me tell you like
Oh, you
this.
be sitting on the toilet with your legs shaking?
Who the
There
fuck does
is-
that
listen,
shit?
there's times when you gotta go when your ass is in there beatboxing like Bismarck, and nobody wants to sit there with the shitty wet asshole. Sometimes you have to courtesy wipe, courtesy flush, and then continue your mission, bro.
Well, bro, what if when you reach that courtesy wipe, as you call it, and then all of a sudden the faucet kicks back on, and then all over your hands.
And guess what?
What the hell? How
So
did
why
I
would
miss
you
that?
want to risk that?
What?
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Everybody should have at least a little bit control of their asshole. You feel me?
Bruh.
You should be able to hold on the wipe. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a smooth clean up. It's just a wipe down to continue the mission, bro. You dig what I'm saying?
Bruh,
Now,
but
if
like
shoot
you
on
gotta
your own
remember,
finger, that means that your finger slipped.
bruh, it's different.
You
It's
open
almost
the
like
portal.
no, it's almost like because there's sometimes literally it's out of control because you never had that time where you literally are trying to hold it, but it's just seeping out. You are trying with every fiber of your being, you're just standing still in one spot to no avail. it's just
Look,
it's out.
At that moment, you realize that you need to work on your glute muscles just a little bit. You gotta do a couple more squats.
All right, see now that means you are full of crap, bro. You haven't taken a real dump. You have not taken a reil dump in your life.
Oh,
So you,
died.
if anybody
had
needs to,
diarrhea.
if anybody needs to heed to this knowledge of detoxing that I'm kicking out, it's definitely you, bro. You no, you really need to heed to.
No. I done did my detox. I told you.
Not proper.
Oh shit, you tripping? We actually had a detox recipe book where I was drinking fucking nothing but smoothies and with flax seeds and all that shit. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I hated the bathroom after a while. I hate sitting on the toilet for a long time, bro. Like nigga, when my leg starts to fall asleep, bro, there's a problem.
Now, Brandon, were you going that entire time, or were you waiting to go?
Oh, nigga, I was going. Slim shit was activated. How the youngest say?
Well,
oh, nigga, shit was active. Oh, yeah.
now, were you able?
If you had a Hershey stream going on.
Now he wouldn't be able to clench and hold that in afterwards.
Oh
so.
nah, nigga, it was more like an explosion of shit.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about, bro. So you just proved my point. You proved my point.
But guess what? I managed to make it to the bathroom and even courtesy wipe when I needed to.
We are actually having a conversation about shit.
He wanted to explain why.
And guess what? I didn't.
You didn't start.
He didn't start it. He's just happy it didn't come from him. He's just so happy.
Comfortable talking about explosive diarrhea. It baffles me how the fuck you are describing the Hershey squirts. Nobody
the Hershey squirt
about
Hershey
how tight
Highway.
your buttholes can get. Motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, because usually it's you that has this conversation, bro. You're just happy.
Bruh, I have stepped over that line a million fucking times, but I tread it lightly. You motherfuckers just went straight for the goddamn landmine and stomped the shit out of it.
I'm actually talking about stuff that's beneficial to your health. Rock over here, the one who want to troll.
Y'all are up here talking about the textures of shit.
We ain't talking about the texture.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Kenyatta and Miss
The
Briggs.
viscosity of it.
I am in the damn Twilight Zone tonight. The panel is talking about shit. My kids are having a conversation about what not to say during sex. I am in the Twilight Zone tonight.
Well, let's bring that conversation to the panel.
Let's get it.
Hold on. Wait.
Hey, Zena.
Ready to get on and tell y'all.
No. Wait a minute. Is daughter still next to you?
It's her and JJ having the conversation. Mr. Jada Fool himself.
They should cover your ears. This grown folk talk.
I'm grown now.
We grown.
Listen, y'all let me mute because I will not allow Just Stars kids to hijack the No Filter show. I'm gonna mute.
So look, that's a good question. What's one thing you don't say during sex?
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna let them.
That's what you don't say.
When it's good, especially when it's good. Don't say I love you. Gonna make a monster. You gonna make a psycho. Or like on her period, or like if she on her period, bro. Don't. It's certain stuff you can't say, bro. Like you just can't do it, bro. I had some instances. You better ask my mama. Like this one girl was like, she made a whole video talking about how she was gonna kill me and get somebody to kill me. Like she lied and said I got her pregnant. Like she was acting crazy. Like
Meanwhile, Just Star's oldest and daughter, all my exes stalk me, so I know what not to say during sex.
Yeah, I know not to say that.
And scene. If you see what I'm talking about, we definitely have to have a teen and young adult edition of the No Filter show because these conversations is a mess.
Besides, me and Jada Fool gotta go viral again anyway.
That's gang right there. Tell them some. Tell us something quick.
We gotta go viral again anyhow. Me and him together is like the gold mine.
Family. I do not think y'all are letting this go on.
This is one thing that you definitely don't say during sex. My bad, I just farted.
Oh, I mean, bro. Wait, let me see.
You're not supposed to say nothing if you fart. You're supposed to act like you ain't even do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
See, I had to mute because y'all starting them up.
They be making me make
I
good on
am
that
about to
promise.
put
They be
them out
trying
of
to make
this
me
room.
make good on that promise.
Why y'all letting this happen? Look, you
Bro.
laughing. Why are y'all letting
They
him
be like, oh,
hijack our show?
You take that to heart.
Shush.
That's some cold. Hey, yeah.
That was good, baby. That was good. Cootie, that was
This
good.
is so unfair. I want y'all to know. It's always
I
my
have
kids
farted.
that gotta be super ghetto. Get
I
Hey, but Jason,
have
that's
farted plenty of times during sex.
Everybody
That's
has.
just, it's just part of life, man. You ate that cheeseburger right before y'all got there, 45 minutes. You digesting that weird shit. Yeah, I'm blowing it. Yeah, I'm blowing it up,
Nigga, especially because you gotta keep your core tight on certain positions.
bruh.
You know what I'm saying? It's bound to
This is the
happen.
debate: come early or let the wind go. You hear me? I figure it's like a jet engine, bro. Like I think that's one of my best.
Rocket
drugs.
Yeah, I think
power.
this is
I
the
think that's
power
it, bro.
is yours.
Yes, because you gotta time it to where the skin touches, so you make the clap sound as you're farting. So your timing has got to be right with the skin touch.
So
Skin
hold on.
slap.
So you squeezing them out. You pack.
Yeah. I'm very like a fucking a change machine.
I think you said turn on the thrusters.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah. So yeah,
But what if it sound like a propeller? How you gonna cap it? Or you gonna speed up?
yourself. You
You
shitted
just
yourself.
speeding up.
You
Oh my
have
goodness.
shitted yourself.
Hey, did you know that the sound of a fart is actually your cheeks clapping together?
I don't want to know that.
I'm pretty sure that's true. That's true though.
That's what it
That's
is.
true.
There has to be a very strong gust of wind.
No, it's true because it's okay. So this came up before about I think on both sides of the coin about spreading your cheeks to fart so nobody hear it.
It did. We did.
So wait.
Yeah.
We went to talking about fecal matter to flatulence.
It's all the same highway, the same brothers, they twins.
See, no, Star, come back. Bring the kids with you.
Nah,
But yeah, we did talk about that. So it is your butt cheek. It's got to slide through there because if you lift one up, you're not going to hear it.
That's crazy. All right, so something you should.
That's why dog
say.
farts are so lethal. Dog farts are the worst because they have no ass cheeks whatsoever. There's no
It's just a
knowing when
barrel.
the fuck it's gonna happen. It just happens. Has anybody ever seen their dog's asshole when they farted? Have you ever stared into the asshole of your dog as it farted? Anybody? Any dog owners?
Unintentionally.
No, because we don't know when it's gonna fart.
You might accidentally say it just looking over at it, and you're like, "What the?" Yeah, I've seen
Mo,
it.
that just tells me that you fart watch.
He booty hole watches, period.
different
Haven't you
species.
learned that this year?
Oh,
that's his thing. Booty hole.
See, remember when I thought you said you tread lightly. You just jumped over the line that time.
That's the brown eye watcher. It's called brown eye.
I'm getting
Fizzle.
pinned with the butthole watcher.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that come about? Explain
Because
in the fuck I became the butthole watcher. Now y'all
When you
ladies
say
saying I don't like
when you say you used to eye contact.
Oh, that's pink eye.
You said right in the brown eye.
No.
With what? Bro, I have never
the butthole.
made what eye contact with the brown.
Because you a butt watcher apparently.
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's slow down.
You just said you watch dogs fart.
I did not just
He
say
said, "Have you ever?" He said he has seen.
Oh, you seen?
Now, I gotta come to his defense. That is not what he said. Okay.
I know. I'm just trolling. He's falling into the trap, and you ruined it.
Oh, my bad. Because I got chills, and they multiplied.
You just ruined it. All right. You know what? Stop being so. Stop correcting people, Phoenix. You're ruining the content.
My bad. Shut up. It's usually your ass. Shut your mouth.
I'm just saying. Well, it ain't me today, so you should.
Round one. Ding ding. Fighters to your corners. I want a clean fight. I want y'all to give me time to get popcorn and set up a camera.
My trainers are Indigenous Peoples and the Light Skin Coalition. I am a part of both of those. I am affiliated, and they're in my corner. Thank you.
Well, stop trading the line.
Well, I'm just like Don King. I'm a non-foundational black, so I seek to make money off of all of y'all.
You better go on the other side of the ring. We don't work that way over here.
What the fuck? She keeps taking jabs at me with that shit, and I know who the
Well,
fuck
Brian, you
you're talking
started
to.
put you in the
when you
ring.
say that shit, okay, Star? I know what the fuck who you're talking to. Stop talking to me.
Okay,
Don't
militant
talk to me.
midget, I got
Don't
it.
talk to me.
All right. Well, we have a thing
For real,
what we
Kenya.
do here because I would like to be the first to divert this conversation into something very, 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 very extensive that we have covered since the inception of the No Filter Show. And that is this case involving Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. And
Oh, hell
info
yeah.
still tends to roll in on a daily basis. Now, first, before we indulge, Rock, can you please press the button and hone old Star in? Hone her in, please. So, Star, I remember on one episode, even though everything was alleged, you decided to pick sides before everything unfolded. Now, given the new information, and matter of fact, since you're like the celebrity plug here, I'll let you explain, and I want you to now explain where you stand at this point. The floor is yours.
The flow belongs to you.
Okay, my phone was acting stupid again. I couldn't unmute. First of all, you really expect me to remember back that far as much as I smoke?
I can remind you, but explain what's going on. We can
It's not
definitely
even
remind
so
you.
much as a remind me. I get the gist of it, but you asking for details and shit. I felt like his little midget ass shot her. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. I felt like his little midget ass shot her. Okay. Let's see. And how do I feel now? I feel like his midget ass shot her. I just feel like her I think the bullet fragments hit her foot because these two Negroes were so enraged that they was fighting over the gun over who grass. That's how I feel now. I feel like there's a rumor that he offered Kelsey $1 million. He also offered to pay for her lawyer. They asked her who paid for her lawyer that she currently has, because she now does have a lawyer. And they asked her, did he pay for the lawyer? And this heifer says she can't remember. She also asked for immunity before she would get on the stand and say anything at all, which implies guilt, because immunity is for people who don't want to incriminate themselves. She has pleaded the fifth 4 times on the stand. They've let her get away with it once. When you plead the fifth, once again, you're saying that you don't want to say nothing because you don't want to incriminate yourself. So the only difference between what I first thought and what I think now is I think he had help trying to shoot her. From the best friend, Kelsey Harris.
Star. I love you, dearly. I love you.
All right, I'm gone.
No, stop. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what Rock think. I think that she pulled the gun out because when they asked her, they said, did Tory say he was going to shoot you? She was like, yes.
Hold on, Rock. Star, mute real quick.
So they asked her, did Tory say he was going to shoot you? She said, yes. They said, what was the context? She said, I plead the fifth. Let me tell you why. Let's be real. Shorty had the gun. I think she shot Meg. You feel me? She had the gun. The reason why she's pleading the fifth, because the nigga, if he got the gun, she could have said something to him and flashed the gun at him. He was like, bitch, I'll shoot you. You feel me? Nah, she shot her.
When the GSR came back, everybody had gunshot residue except for Tory. So that midget motherfucker that
Tory
you claimed
and Kelsey both had GSR on their hands.
No, and no again.
Okay, well,
Tory
you correct me if I'm wrong. Let me respond.
He does not have any DNA on the gun, and he had no positive results from the GSR. That's fact. Okay.
Her phone might be acting up.
Yes, I have a cheap ass phone. I don't know if that's fact or not because they was in court today, and in court today and yesterday they said that the both of them had GSR. Or wait a minute, no? That sounds like gunshot wounds. Okay, yes, gunshot residue. I had to make sure I was saying it right.
Can we say that?
But is there a possibility that? Oh, go ahead.
They both had gunpowder on their hands. That's what they're saying in court now. So that's why I say I think he had help trying to shoot her. I think they both was mad and they was fumbling over the gun and the damn thing went off just, a few feet away from her feet. And that's how she got bullet fragments in it from a ricochet. But I think they both did it because Kelsey now saying that she didn't have the gun in her hands. If they can prove that, that means she's perjuring herself and her entire immunity deal is off the table. I doubt very seriously that somebody would try to play with that in a court of law, because then if it's proven that you only wanted immunity to hide that fact and you were lying while under oath, then, her charges can be bumped. They can go after her for attempted murder.
Is it a possibility that he could have been trying to take the gun from her after she shot? Is it a possibility that if Tory shot, she could have been taking the gun from him? I don't think he did it. But if he has the gunpowder residue on his hand, he could have been trying to take it from her. If his fingerprints weren't on the gun, how could he have shot? If he wiped the gun off, it would have been evidential that he did, because somebody shot the gun.
And I agree with you on that, but that still makes me feel like they were fighting over the gun, because if his fingerprints were not on the gun, but Kelsey's could have, she could have been the one to pull the gun first, because they all admitted that when Tory got mad at Megan showing her ass when they got in the car, he said, "You need to stop lying to your friend." He blew up the fact that they were sleeping with each other behind Kelsey's back when Megan is the one that hooked the two of them up in the first place. So what if Kelsey got mad first and she's the one that pointed the gun and he tried to grab it? His hands wouldn't be on the gun because he would have his hands around hers, but all the more reason that the gun could have accidentally went off in their struggle.
And then that means he's innocent.
I'm not saying whether he's guilty or not. I'm saying that he definitely had something to do with that shooting, something as in direct or indirect.
Young, you women, did you just? I know every woman out here that's listening right now identified with what the fuck Star just rattled off. But every man on this panel right now is like, well, how in the fuck did you come up with all of that fast? You're like a fucking supercomputer. Is this what goes on in y'all minds? This is the woman's mind right now.
Yes, it is.
I'm a Virgo. I compute everything all the time. I never stop computing. So.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm just saying, my whole stance is, like I said, the case isn't over until it's over. But since its inception, since the start of this whole thing, the story that she told has had so many holes poked in it. So many.
Oh, I thought you were going to say so many holes.
Look, yes, Nick, and she said Virgo's at its finest. I agree with you on what you're saying, Quick. I'm
just saying so many holes, so I can't just jump on her side, nor can I just jump on, like I said, golden mean. I'm just in the middle looking at both of these things, trying to find the truth. Do I think, quote unquote, like she expressed in the beginning, this guy picked up a gun, aimed it at her foot and shot her? No, I don't. I do not. So, and granted, at the stories that came through and the evidence that came through proves that too. But we don't know where the initial fragments or who pulled the gun first yet, because right now all we're doing right now is speculate.
Hold on.
That's still being
Somebody pick me. I cracked the case just now.
Go ahead.
I know who did it.
Who did it?
OJ did it.
OJ did it.
I thought you was gonna say just Star did it because she knows too much about the case.
No, the whole time I thought he was gonna say Meg did.
Nah, but also, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for some mystery ring footage, like ring camera footage, to pop up. You feel me? There was happening in the neighborhood.
Oh,
you feel me? Somebody gotta have some type of surveillance, some type of cameras around it. It's gonna be a bomb that drop in this case.
Okay, can
Watch.
I throw a crowbar or something in here?
Do it.
This may have been a crime of passion, right?
Okay.
Tori may be smaller than her, but I can guarantee you he's stronger than her. Why would he automatically grab the gun to take her down? This was his lover. He knew her strength. He knew the other girl's strength because they were lovers. If he really wanted to take her down, do you think he would need a gun to do it? I mean, I'm just thinking like men are strong. I don't care if you weigh 2 times that man, he can still drag your ass across the bed and do what he want with you. I don't even like this. I'm just trying like he's small, but he's still a man. What are you gonna put a gun out on her for? He could have just smacked shit out of her. That was case. Men are strong as shit. I mean, I'm just trying to like look at the other side of it. What? Why would he pull the gun out on her? We as women get angry, and if we feel like we can't beat you, we gonna find something to beat you with.
He pulled the gun out because she said he can't rap good and his career is some trash.
He could have still smacked the fuck out of her. What do you need the gun for? She might be 6'7".
She said,
might be 5'2". But all that 5'2" is strong as shit. He could have did what he wanted to do to her. Got some ass from both of them, and they went home and slept in the tub together. All that. I mean, it's just like I just don't understand. Nobody's thinking about that.
Sing better than you, nigga.
Like, oh my God, Ice JJ. And guess what? Ice JJ is strong too.
Well, apparently,
Am I listening to? What the fuck is going on?
It's that like you have to think about. Not saying he did it, but why would he? What do you need a gun for?
What makes you like I said?
He could have smacked her too. Thank you, Angel. He smacked August. Why would he not? Why would he pull a gun out on her? He used to.
Well, regardless, even if he smacked
he
her, that would
her,
just
wait,
be.
Hold on. He knows her weaknesses. He know he's stronger than her. He used to fuck her. Come on now, think about it. Come on now.
But wait. Y'all saying he could have. Wait a minute. Y'all saying he could have. Y'all saying all this he could have. Y'all saying all this he could have smacked her stuff, but that would have been a case in it itself.
Hey,
that would have been a man hit the woman.
Let's stop ignoring.
It's not as
hey,
as
still, don't act like if a woman get on stand. Don't act like if a woman get on stand and start crying and saying he hit me, even if it's open hand or not, that they ain't gonna eat that up.
They ain't
He's getting the book thrown.
But because he did not punch her, it wouldn't be as bad.
Okay, so thank you,
Kenyatta.
I was about to say, because everybody is ignoring the elephant in the room. The fact that if that little niglet had jumped up and smacked Meg on his way back down, he would have sprained his ankle.
Hold on. They were in the car. It's even playing field. He could have smacked the fuck out her ass, and she'd have been a damn.
They were absolutely not in the car. They were outside of the car because one of the things that Kelsey is alleging, while she's not trying to say what her part is, she alleges that she was still sitting in the car when the gunshot rang out.
She alleges because her ass was mad because she was sharing the wine. She found out about it.
I agree.
Tori tried to calm her down. She pulled the gun out on Meg, telling something. You horse ass bitch. You fucking my man. I'm telling you. She got something to do with it. Kelsey got something to do with that shit. God damn it. Nah, fuck that.
Do y'all hear this foolishness right now?
Mosley used to dunk. Now, if his ass can dunk and his ass shorter, she will make you think that Tori can't leap without no bounds and smack the fuck out of her.
Wait a minute, look. I don't know if you seen Meg twerk, but she got some good leg muscles. She ain't going out like that.
All women got good leg muscles, but if he cuts her ass off, them joints going weak.
Hold on, let me finish. Meg looked like she was dumping the fuck out of Tori. What you mean? But everybody knows the only way you can take down the horse is what?
Shoot that shit. But guess what though? If she ain't had time to ready herself and get down on her in the track and field stand, he could have got her. George, we not talking about short people. Short people need love too. I'm trying to tell you. But the fact of the matter is,
no, damn that. I'm going on short people.
Like, look, but are we not gonna forget? Now, granted, I still don't know what kind of girl Meg is because I don't know her personally, but I do know she has a history of having a temper and so on and so forth. And granted, we're not gonna act like all women is just gonna get dragged by a dude. I got women in my family.
We're not gonna act like that. No.
I got women in my family I've seen knock grown men out with a punch and eat punches from men. So we don't know. Granted, if Tory Lane's a little behind, even though he got a low center, if he's standing up because he got that low center of gravity, that's one thing. So if he's standing up, that's one thing. But still,
it's tropical.
But you're leaving out. You're leaving out. Okay.
Y'all talk about this man as if he's a fucking chimpanzee. Like,
right?
I'm saying.
He's not a little monkey. He's not a little ape.
How do you know that?
But no, bro. I've actually seen Tory Lanez in person. I've actually seen Tory Lanez in person when he performed at Howard. He looked like a little kid on stage. That's how I did not think he was as small as.
And you not had to wrestle with a toddler. They strong as shit.
No.
About their hand.
Which brings me back to my question, my point of view, because Weezy said he knows how strong she is. They've had sex, yada yada yada. What if she was holding him down?
Hey,
okay,
because he
what if he was getting bounced on her knee? I'm saying.
You know what? They fucked up. They should have had a threesome, made a song about it, went triple platinum, and everybody would have been fucked and got paid. Next.
But they did because Kelsey got jealous because she found out Meg was getting the wang and Tory didn't tell her. And if they had just had that conversation, they could have went in the house, like I said, got fucked and got in the tub and went to bed. Don't like one listen. Tory didn't shoot that girl.
Why do you always think a bath in a nap will take care of everything?
Because a bath is relaxing. Sex is relaxing too. Do both and you'll be great.
And
I just had that conversation.
I really like how you think that would play perfectly out for him like that if he actually tried. But
no, Mr. George. I'm sorry to inform you.
He might have
August Alsina. That wasn't no head up knockout. People got to stop saying he knocked August Alsina out. First
wait a minute, who said that?
And he had George coming back up.
All right, well,
first of all, he definitely August, and he showed up with 3 big ass burly bodyguards. I need people to stop acting like that was a head up fight.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, for one, I agree with that. So for one, whoever said that, he did not. He did not. He snuck him. Same way he did with Dax. He quote unquote ran up on Dax with a car full of 7-foot bodyguards, and he was just the one with the camera. But anyways, I digress. But anyways, I'm not gonna say who did what until I hear everything. That's just that.
George funny as a put his last 2 comments up. Yeah. No, put the first one. Yeah, her credibility shot. He said she lied about even fucking him, and her credibility is shot. No pun intended. I'm putting that out there, like what I said, because we don't even think about that part of it. Like, we gotta think about that. And she might have would have dragged his ass. You don't know. I mean, she is a big, strong stallion. Though women are not stallions, the horses are not stallions; they're mares. So that leads me to question some things. But
oh Lord,
no, I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. But no, I don't know. But I don't think he did it.
And I would also like to point out that we all received new information between yesterday and today, because what we didn't know, and we're just finding out for the first time, is that when Kelsey went to make her statement back in September of that year about the shooting, whole time none of us knew that she was married. Her husband accompanied with her and stayed in the room as she gave her statements. So that also can be another factor as to why she said what she said previously when she put everything on Tory, as opposed to what she's saying now today. She could have still been trying to hide the fact that she was fucking him from her husband, because she would have to tell them what her and Meg's argument was about, because the witness on the scene at that time had already notified the police that they saw 2 females physically fighting. So she could have threw everything on Tory just to save face and not admit in front of her husband that she was cheating.
So since we talking about, you mentioned being interrogated and talking to the feds, let's shift gears, because I'm tired of talking about the racehorse situation that's going on.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about your man Gunner. Pleads guilty to cases and walks free the same day. Let's talk about it.
What's it talk about? His ass.
And people are saying that, oh my God, people as well as Gunner's lawyer is saying that he didn't snitch. I totally disagree with that. If you and I get locked up together and they're trying to say that you are the owner of a gang, a criminal enterprise, and we're your underlings, you can't then ask me, is said business, in this case, record label, YSL, you cannot ask me, is YSL a record label as well as a gang? And then I say yes, and that not be considered snitching on you because your whole defense is it's not a gang. Then the judge asked Gunna, because that's how that situation went, then asked Gunna for the 10 years that he had been around YSL, did he see and or engage in murders, criminal activity, and drug dealing? And he said yes. So everybody saying he only told on himself. No, they asked him not only specific things about himself, but also points that they are trying to throw at Young Thug, which is who everybody is saying he just snitched on, which I agree he just snitched on.
Not to mention, the co-founder of YSL copped a plea today and is coming home.
God damn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, G baby.
Quick, you still there?
I'm right here. I'm listening.
Thank you, G baby. He did.
But it's so how do y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like what if Thug said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. I'm gonna take that. How y'all feel? What y'all think? Y'all think that happened? Or y'all think niggas just turned?
Go ahead, Star.
Well, I think, in all honesty, if Thug told him to do it, then no, I wouldn't consider that snitching because the person who they're trying to get that you engaged in criminal activity with told you to turn them over. So on that regard, if that's really what happened, no, I don't think he snitched. But I really, really, really find it hard to believe. I'm completely hard pressed to even fathom that Thug told him to do that. I'm sorry. I really don't think, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people that say Thug is a stand-up guy and so forth and so on, but this man has kids and so forth and so on. I do not believe that he told them to do that. I believe they flat out snitched.
It's kind of hard to be behind the bars, you know. You just hit that motherfucker. He ain't what he claimed to be. You hear what I'm saying? Like, these rappers are so full of shit, yeah. Like, they folded like they took origami in that bitch, bro. Like, everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows as hungry as that DA is down there in Atlanta. They get off just because they just admitted, get the fuck out of here.
Right, you know damn well you ain't getting out of that damn. Come on now.
You are in the wolf's den, young. Like, nah, that DA down there is hungry. He is following the Kamala Harris blueprint to the T. You understand me? God damn, that's bullshit. Yeah, I digress.
Okay. So, segue to a second part of this conversation. It came up that the King of the South, T.I., snitched on one of the dead homies to get a reduction to charge or to beat the case.
Yeah, reduction in time. Apparently, it was back in 2010. In that case he caught in 2010 for the gun charge. His cousin. This is based off of what he said on his podcast, Expeditiously. So apparently, his cousin who was involved passed away during the case, and based on what he said, he spoke to his cousin after he was dead. You know, so, and he felt that his cousin said to go ahead and say that all of that stuff belonged to him and so on and so forth, which is why he gave up the information and got his, and yeah, so on and so forth. And he said that was the only time he gave up any information to the guys in that situation.
I don't know if I believe that that's the only time he gave up information, but I digress from that point. I believe him. I am one of those people that believe that we still in contact with our ancestors and so forth and so on. So I believe that conversation, could have been a real conversation. Outside of that, if you just take all the spirituality and dead people out of it, I don't find that wrong. This is a person that's long gone. There's absolutely nothing that can be done to him about it. You feel where I'm coming from? You're still here. You still have family and obligations. Saying a dead man did it, I don't think that's a big damn deal. I really don't. Like, you ain't hurting the feelings of nobody but the fools that think they, quote unquote, excuse my mouth, real niggas. You ain't hurting nobody by saying the dead person did it. So I really don't see nothing wrong in T.I.'s actions there. And I really do believe that it's possible his cousin could have said, look, they can't do shit to me. Say I did it.
Okay. Well, the consensus is actually kind of mixed on this because, granted, like I said, or like what's been said, nobody went to jail behind him saying that. Nobody's life was altered behind him saying that, so on and so forth. Like, if you do a crime, you both get caught, and you talk to, and somebody goes to jail behind it, so on and so forth. That's where the rat title gets thrown on you. But this situation, I will say, is very, very, very unique. Being that someone who's, I'm just saying, is very unique. That this is what's causing the conversation. Like, people are saying, well, the guy's dead, and so on and so forth. Nobody's going to jail over the stuff, and so on and so forth. So I mean,
look. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm tell you some true shit. I feel y'all point of view, and it's valid. I got mixed feelings about it, but the majority of me is leaning towards nah, Slim. If I'm riding with you and I'm loyal to you, you feel me? That means I'm gonna stand on your name, bro. Nah, I'm not. Nah. I can't. I don't feel right morally snitching on you and throwing that dirt on your name, you feel me, just to get out of the case. You feel me? Especially if that's a way out. Like, to me, I get it. When you in that situation, boom. But it just doesn't seem, you feel me? It kind of, even though the person is no longer here, it's still kind of a violation of the G code because you don't snitch on your partners. You feel me?
Now, question, because matter of fact, I want to say AD from No Jumper said something like I'd have to watch it again, but he said there's some people have like packs when they go into these type of crime waves and so on and so forth. Like, if something ever happened to me, or if I get killed in this and so on and so forth, we get caught up and I'm killed in the process, just put it on me or something like that. They literally agree to that. So how do we know that didn't happen?
The man said he spoke to him.
I know,
but
died. Like, do you view something like that?
Hold on. After he died, while he's going through the case, to me, it sounds a little too convenient. Maybe I'm looking at it a little bit, not doubting that you can talk to the ancestors. You feel me? Because I had this dream about my mother, and I sat down, and me and my mother sat on the bench and we spoke, we talked. You feel me? And she talked about shit that was going on at that present moment. So there's no doubt, but you feel me? It's I don't know. I just kind of feel like in that situation, him being what he went through, you feel me? His strikes that he got against him, you feel me? It was a way out. You feel me? If that's what you did, then that's what you did. Don't put that on. Oh, I spoke to my family member and he said that, I put that shit on me. Nah, bro. Nah.
So do you think he should have not said anything and stayed?
What you mean?
He should have not snitched and just stayed in jail? Did he have a family at that time when it happened?
So the thing, that's what I say. I'm torn. You feel me? Like, if it was on him, and he did that shit, then you know what I'm saying, sit down for your shit. But if he lied and put it on his man, you feel me, and it wasn't his man, then that's some bad ass shit. You feel me? Because regardless of what happened, when a person leaves, they still carry on a legacy. You feel me? And when you putting that shit on there, you're tarnishing their legacy. You dig what I'm saying? And that's, to me, fucking up a nigga legacy. Because when you gone, that's all you have of what you did while you was here. You dig what I'm saying? So now you fucking up my legacy that when I'm gone. Nah, morally, I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Like I said, it's a very, very unique situation that caused an interesting discussion. like I said, it's mixed. I did my research when I found this out. Looked at the videos, more so read the comments. I really went to the videos and reactions on this just to literally read the comments and look at the dialogue. And the conversations were very, very similar to what we're discussing here. There's people playing both sides, there's people stuck in the middle. And it all comes down to what we truly view as snitching.
Man, look, let's be real, and we all adults. We grew up in the trenches. When you share details with the authorities about what happened, that's snitching, bro. There's no getting around it. There's no fine line. You get what I'm saying? If you was involved in some shit and you're telling on somebody else that was with you, that's snitching. You feel me? People need to stop dancing around that shit.
I don't know what the fuck. Like, when in the fuck did they invent this shit? This has been some shit that I've never heard of a day in my fucking life.
What
That
part?
talking, like that the detectives just want to tarnish a person's, that they have that much visceral and that much like hatred for the person that's already passed that they couldn't nab, that they convinced another person of the person's family and or friend or reputable person next to them and convince them to actually tarnish their name just to get out. And that's the crazy shit that I just don't understand. That the mind of the fucking detectives and shit and the DAs and all that shit actually came up with a ploy to tarnish the dead. That shit is diabolical.
It was more so his from what I gathered, it was his lawyer that kind of further.
That's what I was getting ready to say. It had to be the lawyers. And the DA, they make deals too.
I have a question to ask y'all. And this is another one of our infamous spin the block moments. Was it King Von, where in a previous show we were talking about how I think the person that killed King Von, that DA in that state, still wanted to prosecute the killer after the killer was dead? Was that King Von? Or who were we discussing then?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember who it was either, but I distinctly remember us discussing in the show because I was the one who had seen it and I had brought it up about the DA that still wanted to prosecute.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right, and put charges on the supposed killer after the killer was dead. Or no, it was King Von himself. Remember, they said that he killed the lesbian girl, Kay something or another, and they still wanted to prosecute King Von after his death for her murder. So we already know now when it comes to being a DA, there's nothing that will stop the majority of them, I'm guessing, from still trying to get to their goal of saying this person did it.
There's just a good solution to all this snitching thing. Just don't do crime. And if you got to do it by yourself. Because you're not going to, unless you're going to snitch on yourself. Unless you're going to snitch on yourself. But just if you're going to do crime, do that ish by yourself. Or just don't do it. Period.
You know not to pull no moves with you.
She's singing like a canary.
You say who now?
Look, Kenyatta
said she's singing like a canary.
I think, in all honesty, as Black people, we need to start reevaluating what our legacy actually is. Because, Rock, I heard you, and while you were, talking to everybody, me and my daughter was also having a conversation about it at the same time. And
so I ain't important enough for you to listen to me, huh?
It wasn't that. I'm a Virgo. I multitask. But the point was, she felt that what I said was important enough to say to you. And I was basically telling her with that situation, your legacy is not what people think about you after you've gone. Like, I literally guarantee that this cousin that he snitched on don't care at all. Your legacy is your children, how you raised them, what you instilled in them, what type of human beings they're going to be when you're gone, what type of positivity you left in the world, what your good deeds were. There's nothing that somebody can say about you that's going to tarnish that. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, I asked her what was her thoughts on me personally, just her thoughts, period. She said that I was a good mom. I said, so fine. If somebody from my past comes up to you after I die and say, oh, nah, your mother couldn't have been a good mom because she was a stripper and I remember her getting high and all of that other stuff, is that going to make you now feel like I wasn't a good mother? She said, no. I said, so that is the legacy right there. Once you're gone, your legacy cannot be tarnished because it's already done. It's the past now. There's nothing that can be done that would change that. So the legacy is not in the people who decide to wish wash and suddenly you're a bad person. The legacy is in your good deeds and the greatness that you left behind in the form of your children.
And you know, I'm glad you brought that up because I've been wanting to ask this question to the panel. And I forgot to do it last week, but I want to do it this week. So before I ask the question, anybody else have anything to say?
Yes, I do.
Well,
you know I've got something.
I do too, but go ahead.
So
go ahead.
no, I hear you, Star, but your legacy is everything you do. You dig what I'm saying? The mark you make, not just with your kids, but everything you do. You dig what I'm saying? If that's the case, then there will be no such thing as niggas' legacy in the hoods. You feel me? Because we know about the OGs that came before us that did what they did, and where they did it in the hood. We know who dropped who. You feel me? So I get what you're saying, but to me, in my mind, along with what you said, legacy is everything that you did, everything that people will talk about and remember you by. Because when in your obituary, they're gonna talk about your highlights, your ups and your downs. You feel me? But they're not gonna bring up that bad shit. But at the end, that conversation, that shit is still gonna come up.
And I guess the last thing I'll say on this is, who was it in the comments that said they'd be singing like a canary?
That was Kanye.
All right, so it was now. Granted, I'm not even gonna joke about it because that's something that's perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, she's a civilian. That's what she's supposed to do that. Because granted, this is another thing that's being discussed that needs to be brought into the forefront. Because not everybody lives by that code. Only people who are of that life or literally had to be raised or taught about that code live by that. But if you're a civilian, if you're not in the streets living the gangster life, doing all the drug, doing all this dirt in the streets, if you're not in that, you are not obligated to live by that code. So she is 100% fine doing that. She's a civilian. If you're an upstanding civilian, that's your prerogative. That's fine. If you are of that life, now granted, this is different in T.I.'s case or in Gunna's case because they claim that to the heart, period. So if they do something like that, they're gonna get chastised for it because that's something they claim and that they live by and wear on the sleeve. But if you're just like a regular person, a civilian, like you can't hold people to the same codes because they are not going to have the same principles because they choose not to go out there and do crime. Period. I mean, but that's just that. I digress.
Mo, did you have anything to say?
Not a goddamn thing. I'm just entertained by the thoughts and the difference of opinions on that subject matter. That's a very, very crazy little world to be locked in. I don't know how many people here have been in court on a weekly, monthly, daily basis, and you have everything on your shoulders, right? I've been there, right? Like, that shit weighs you down to the point of no return. And you have the option of honoring somebody that has passed, holding your water for somebody who has since been gone, or you go free, you live life, and you keep contributing to society. Maybe this is your wake-up call. I don't know. That's where I'm confused at. That's both sides of the coin, y'all. Sorry, shameless plug. But
Every other Wednesday on Red Vision TV.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
that is the most confusing thing, and I'm stuck in the middle. I don't know. It's a balancing act with that one.
No, but I
Oh,
understand what you're saying because it's like you get a second chance. What do you choose?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
I have
So
anybody else because I have a beautifully transitioned crazy fact that I found out today. Would y'all like to
Let's
hear it?
talk about it.
All right. Well, if you don't know, can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Okay, all right, bet. Everybody went on mute. But just recently, everybody, just fucking recently, scientists have discovered that female snakes have clitorises. Oh, wow. I want to know how in the fuck and who in the fuck put all that effort to know if snakes masturbate. Huh? Ain't that what the clitoris is for? It's for the masturbation?
It's for pleasure, yes.
Thank you. How the fuck was you born with a clitoris and no fucking arms and no legs? That's
That's
why
what
they
the
so
slither is
fucking
for.
angry. No, that's why the fuck them snakes bite. They angry, they backed up. You
In order for them.
Okay, sorry, Phoenix. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was saying somebody over here answered your question immediately with their nasty selves. Somebody said they slither around the ground so they orgasm it all the time.
Hey, whoever she is, tell her to go to her room right now.
I already told you I'm sitting in her room.
Well, get out of her room so you can close the door.
I'm pretty sure their clitoris may not come out unless they get ready to have sex. Because you're going across rocks and glass and sand and hot rocks, and I don't think you want that out while you're slithering away. You just out of.
But just imagine snakes actually come. What the fuck? Something that nasty.
Why are we talking about this?
Animals have sex quick.
Clitorises on a snake, though? Snakes shouldn't have clitorises.
But look, the question is not. Hold on. The question is not why a snake has a clitoris. The question is why the fuck that nasty ass scientist take the time to find out where her vagina was and that she had a clitoris.
That's what
in order to know.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna act like he's the first one who did it. They had to learn the snake's anatomy somehow.
Yeah, but a long time ago.
But the
pussy hole. Listen.
Yes, bro. They had to find all that.
I don't think you understand how many years of research this shit took, bro. Like, it's a lot of years to find the clitoris on a fucking snake, bro.
Well, all they had to do was take a dead one and like dissect it like they did a frog.
And nigga, I'm not interested in a snake's clitoris. I'm definitely not checking for it.
It may have been an accidental finding.
It was an accidental finding, but who the fuck accidentally just said, "Oh"?
Can I ask you something? Phoenix? Speaking of snakes and whatnot, Phoenix, have you ever been with somebody who made the same sounds as a turtle in the middle of a session?
I have been with weirdly sounding one guy. He didn't sound like that, but I wanted to strangle him, smother him with the pillow. He didn't sound like that, but I did want to smother him.
Can you please give me an example of what he sounded like?
No, I cannot.
Why not?
I will not.
Please.
Want to relive that traumatic experience.
Get it out your system. Just tell
This is the one that come out. They was waiting all this time to climb this tree. I don't want to revisit that. That was just. I just don't want to revisit that time in my life where I just don't.
Right. I think Rock showed that footage.
Waiting on what? I ain't got nothing to say. Nothing at all.
Oh, come the fuck on.
She wait
Come
to
the
at
fuck
the
on,
she
Star.
wait at the worst time of the show
Okay.
to be acting
Okay.
whack.
Stop. If I tell the noise, you have to say the noise.
All right, everybody
What
ready?
noise?
Why I always got to pull you out the corner, Star? God dang it. I'm supposed
Hey,
to be one hiding
listen.
shit.
The corner is just fine as long as you're not wearing a dunce cap too.
He grunted, so it was more like a.
So you sound like
It was a
blooded.
grunt. It was a grunt,
so hold on,
and
back
he
up.
talked. So
Okay, back up, because I firmly believe that something went on that I missed. What are we talking about?
I asked her
men
if she's
and their noises.
I asked her if she's ever been with anybody who makes the same sound as a turtle.
Why are we spinning the block on this of all things? Why
Because it's
would I
quick.
have to tell y'all the noise if I told y'all the noise like 2 shows ago? Why I gotta do it
Because
again?
they want to hear it again.
No, I don't remember.
You know you remember. It was traumatic.
What the
I'm pretty
fuck,
sure you
Star?
remember.
Hey, Star, shut the fuck up and just say it.
I swear, start be acting whack
Okay,
sometimes.
let's be clear.
I'm not
Keep
doing
on
it again,
talking
Zena.
here. When I catch your noise, I'm gonna record it and play it for the show. You better leave me alone.
I swear, Star, you be
Say
whack
what?
sometimes.
Said what?
You heard me.
Trisha, there's one thing about a man talking, and then there's one thing about a man being vocal, and one thing about him having a whole dialogue, a whole conversation. I cannot talk to you and think
Zena get
about
on
what
my
you're
nerves.
saying if I'm trying to have sex. For one, if I'm thinking, I'm not enjoying the sex. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want to think. Turtle. Am I like turtle enough for the Turtle Club? I remember that. Make a primal noise like you a king of the jungle. That wasn't no king of the jungle noise. I thought I was hurting him.
The fuck?
Okay.
You want me Rick Ross?
No.
Man, fuck all that.
Go ahead.
Fuck all that. We already went over all them fucking weird ass noises women make. Y'all are the worst.
Not us making noise.
No, y'all make the funniest faces.
We do. I'm pretty sure. I would
That's
hate
one
to
thing.
see what I look like.
Like I don't mind your noises, but the faces y'all make. If you actually pay attention to the faces your girl make, hilarious. Like straight up. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm scared because I'm probably be contorting and everything.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Because sometimes y'all request the weirdest noises. And it maybe just didn't come out right because it could hit the note. What noises do y'all like to hear? Because I've had women that want me to purr, growl, and all that shit. And they fucking bite them like they are fucking, like we fucking vampires and shit. I've done seen it all with that
It's
shit.
nothing wrong with biting. You have to know how hard to do it.
Like a vampire?
No, I don't want. Don't bite me like that. You can bite me. Don't bite me like that.
My teeth
No.
in your neck.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna end up fighting.
Women are very creative.
I don't know.
fellas.
I've never had a request as to what I want a person to sound like. I just want them to sound like themselves. But that was just I'm not gonna say, hey, fake for me. Fake. No, be real. I want to know what you hear like. I want to know what you smell like. I want to know what you taste like. I want to know. I don't want you to fake. So don't be making doves cry and shit, and that's not what you sound like. Unless that's what you sound like. Then you can make the doves cry.
Kenyatta said, regular moaning. If I get scared, we have a problem. What the fuck? Have y'all ever been scared?
Oh my gosh. What? No, don't cut the lights off, Trisha. Why you want the lights off? But you know what? I used to have a problem with that. I used to want the lights off. I had to get comfortable with myself. I really did. It's hard doing that. But yeah, I'm all right now. But I used to could not do the lights. Or if I had the lights on, I would cover myself.
The fuck on. Men are we already visual people. Like men work on vision. And there's nothing like the female form in the daylight. Pretty fucking hot. Keep the fucking lights on, my people.
Quick, Rock, what do y'all feel about the lights? Star.
I personally do not care whether they're on or off, to be truthfully honest. It depends on how deep in the session we are. If we remember to turn the lights off, good. If we don't, then I will.
Man, keep them lights on. When I smack that ass, I want to see the wave. You tripping.
Like I said, I don't care.
I want to see the face. You tripping.
Oh my God.
Man, fly me in. You cut them lights off. Nope, back on. You feel me?
See them beady ass eyes roll back and forth.
Man, what? Shit. I want to see the glitch, goddammit.
Women in y'all beady ass eyes and shit. Yeah.
It's never that dark.
That's my favorite.
Fucking hit.
They can't control
it. So we can't.
You are. You be like, oh,
where
she
the
coming or
fuck
she
is the
never
button?
Push that button.
We can't control it, and most of the time we don't even know when we about to orgasm. So yeah, I mean you can feel it from your toes coming up, but it's like by the time you get to that point, it's like a shock. What she say? Rock just what? Rock just came out of nowhere. I forgot you were here for a moment.
See, once again, that's the difference between y'all and us, because we spend the rest of our lives chasing that finish, the same one we felt when we first came for the first time. Like every nut after that is never going to amount to that first one. Ever.
That's kind of like for us too. The first time my orgasm was way, way stronger. Way. Like, I'm not even going to be descriptive, but it was like a lot of stuff happened that time, and I wasn't expecting none of it. So, yeah. I mean, we still have strong orgasms, but it's never like the first time.
What you fuck around and started speaking fucking Latin?
No, I'm not going to describe what happened. Nosy ass. But yeah.
I think that's when all of the Morning Boys came out.
No, it's not. I went soprano, nigga.
Oh, you powered up like fucking Goku, huh?
Lazy. Yeah.
No.
Get me.
Shut up.
Come on, Phoenix. You know good and well. And after you finish, you hit them with the, you want some Kool-Aid?
No, actually, the first time I orgasm was by myself.
The 2 pieces of meat on one.
So.
Yeah. When she discovered mind control.
Yeah, when I discovered mind control.
She clicked the button, was like, whoa.
And I'll have you guys know, if you don't know this, there are 2 types of orgasms in a woman: penetration and clitoral. Penetration orgasm comes at you different. Clitoral orgasm comes from your feet up. Both of them are strong, both of them are important. But the clitoral orgasm is stronger than the penetration one. Just so you know.
God damn, Trish.
See,
fucking thug, yeah.
So y'all have 2 types. We only got one.
That one from Trish.
Y'all have more than one.
She said after I finish, he better go get the towel. God, what the fuck?
Well, dang, what the world? You can't go get the towel. You can't go get them no water. Y'all just can't lay there and just lay in your juices. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. You gotta marinate for the second round.
She a cold thug.
You seem like we are a pack of chicken or some steak. She gotta let it marinate, nigga. Am I supposed to turn?
You gotta let it marinate, bro. You gotta let it marinate.
Oh shit!
Just like that.
Trisha, one of the women that like slaves and shit. She like the men that like they ass whipped to death. Yeah,
she's dominant. She's dominant.
Fuck yeah, she is. Who the fuck says that?
Quarter dark meat. You stupid? That is the juiciest part.
It's a shame. It's terrible.
Star, you okay? Testing 1, 2, Star.
The kids crying and cracking up.
I'm fine. I'm just listening to y'all talk. I done skated past like
Yeah, I
three
noticed
questions.
that.
I'm enjoying it. I'm good. Trust me.
I know what sound Star made.
Oh, do you? Do tell.
Star says,
Get him.
Nope.
I think she was waiting for something way more dramatic, bro. Like, what the fuck was that?
Why he do a cold?
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping you caught it. That's exactly where I was trying to go for.
But you and her have a thing about.
Oh shit!
Yeah, call
owns a slut.
Yes, Trish.
I told you she's dominant.
Yes, I don't think they understand, honey. Come talk with us.
That you own? Oh shit!
So what they sell them on eBay or something?
He's confused.
They sell them on eBay.
It's usually the person that she put the leash on. She called them what she needed. Yeah, she's dominant.
Sub-dom relationships. Yo.
That just sounds like she gives a lot of dick to a lot of guys.
She gives a lot of tips to a lot of guys.
No, that's just not what the fuck. None of these men have envisioned on this panel. When you say shit like that, Trish. God damn. No. She said, laugh out loud, nah. Hey.
Unless they ask, right?
Like shit. It's all good, yeah. Hello? Testing.
Hello?
Testing.
Damn, it was something that I wanted to. Well, the question I was going to ask earlier, I'm going to wait till we get ready to leave out. But coming soon, though. Who coming soon?
Oh, nah.
That's a guarantee? Is that a guarantee?
That she about to have the strap on and swing it.
Yeah, nah.
What do y'all get from that?
I don't get a damn
You know what? Don't answer. Don't even answer that. Please refrain from putting that in the comments. I don't want to know.
I don't think you want to know.
Please don't answer.
I can't even watch gay porn. Like I can't watch a man on man. I barely can watch. I don't even watch gay porn. So I just can't.
Well, I never said anything about that. I'm talking about what do they call it when the girl does it to the guy?
Pegging.
That, like what does that do for you?
Huh?
Nothing for me.
It's not what the woman gets out of it. It's what the man gets out of it.
Yeah.
You know what?
As for dildo, not my type of partner.
The prostate is back there. That's another way that you guys can orgasm.
Nah, okay.
Nah.
Because that's where your semen comes from. From the prostate.
Nah.
I'll
pass.
There's only one.
Does anybody on this panel watch Family Guy?
Of course.
Okay. Do y'all remember the episode when Peter so-called flashback that the doctor had took advantage of him?
Kind of sorta.
When it was in black and white and you feel me? He was talking about it was his first time and stuff. The point is, the whole point of that episode and that scene was them making fun of pegging, because when y'all get your prostate checked, that's where they at. And some men come from that. And if it's a male doctor, then they feel like their manhood is in question. But that was a whole nod to pegging and how you orgasm because your prostate is back there. Nobody caught that?
No. At all. No, I didn't.
Y'all are men. Y'all know what happens at the doctor's office. How did you miss that? He was making fun of that.
We're not old enough. I know I'm on the cusp, but
and there's a lot of
my butthole exam.
Look, women have to get those exams too, though. We just don't have a prostate.
Y'all just gotta put your feet in
The
the stirrups.
colorectal exams. No, we have to get colorectal exams too. And they do, and they do that too at the gynecologist. You just usually don't feel it because they got your vagina so wide open with the fucking thing.
Let's just examine how powerful. That's like the last fucking stone in Thanos' fucking glove. You know, like if a woman could harness making a man come with a push of a button, y'all wouldn't have to do shit in the bedroom. That is a power that nobody own in their.
We're gonna have to bring. Sorry to cut you off, bro, but we're gonna have to bring that last comment up really quick. I'm gonna need you. So yeah.
She eats booty, so it don't bother her. Why couldn't you read that?
I just had to make sure that I read it.
She eat them like groceries. She eat
a
them like salad. She eat it like with syrup or jelly. She just eat it.
Okay, now wait a minute.
She likes the brown eye. She wants to see the little pig.
I know you did not reference the syrup and jelly.
For chisel. My nizzle.
I know you did not reference the syrup and jelly.
Hello. Yes. So at the risk of sounding childish, I'm a backdoor virgin. So knowing now that she said that, women get rectal exams too, because I did not know that. It's not an easy thing for a woman to, it's not easier for a woman than it is for a man. Like I don't know.
No, it's not easier, but it's harder for a man because they don't get things going in their ass unless they participate in those type of acts.
Right, but not all women do too. Like
no, not all women do either, but we're penetrated.
But not there.
Not necessarily there.
I'm just saying here. I'm sorry. I'm saying it's y'all said that like it's not a big deal for a woman. Like,
well, I say it because it has to happen. That you got to get checked. You're not supposed to get your breast, your mammogram done till you like 40 or 45, but I had mine done this year because I went somewhere and they were doing them. I mean, it's just stuff that you get older. It's just things you have to do. Like, I know it's not so, hey, bend over, let me stick my fingers in your ass. It's not going to be, okay, here, spray my cheeks. But if you know that this is something you have to do for your health, you're going to do it. I mean,
Oh my fucking God, you funny as shit.
Well, I'm just saying, in my mind, yes, because I'm being realistic.
Are you on a political campaign or some shit? Like, what the fuck?
What am I campaigning for?
I don't fucking know. I just know you came up with 2 jingles real quick. The fuck?
I am special like that.
Yeah, Ed. Shit. Better add the
No,
ED on that
special Weezy. Thank you. Get it straight.
Y'all crazy as hell, y'all. God damn.
So can we? Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No.
When do y'all go?
So I sent a clip to Rock. I want you to get this clip, Rock, with the red table. He said, I'm going to be lit for backdoor action and extremely pleased to the point I'm with whatever. You know what's in the go get in the corner. You just horny. Go on, get in the corner. But no, so I want y'all, before he pulls this up, I don't want you to pay attention to the platform. I want you to pay attention to the message. Okay, that's important. Sometimes we lose messages because of who's giving the message. We lose message. So yeah, it's on the red table talk. And when I first scrolled up, I was like, I ain't about to watch it. Then I said, well, let me just see what they got to say. So I want to ask this question while he's queuing it up. Do you know the difference between compromise and sacrifice?
Yep, I do.
Mhm.
I think I do.
Yep.
Rock Mo.
I don't know shit.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know shit. I
I
know that
do know
nigga
that
beard.
Yep.
those two words is
I know that nigga
crossed.
beard is mesmerizing.
You know what bothered me before we get
Yes,
into the
it
video?
is.
What bothered me before we get into this video is his hairline. Why did they not cut that shit down? Why did they not cut his hair down? That is distracting to me. I had to watch the video twice because I was looking at his hairline. But go ahead.
People confuse compromise with sacrifice. And to me, compromise is a mutually beneficial agreement. We may have given a little bit of something, but we can sustain this. What I'm seeing in a lot of relationships is you're saying, okay, I like to go out dancing. He doesn't. My compromise is I'll accept not going out dancing. But the problem is you're not happy.
Yes.
And you can't sustain not having that in your life. And now, even if you try to, you're going to start to have an attitude with it. And now I think we have to be careful because a lot of people confuse compromise with sacrifice.
Okay, now he used Kevin's, I mean, not Kevin, what's his name? Something Speaks. He speaks about women.
Stephen.
And,
His
yeah,
name is
Stephen.
Stephen.
I don't know why I want to call him Kevin, but Stephen. I don't know. But he is, you know, he speaks about women and men, da, da, da. So of course he used a woman example. But this also happens with men a lot. Men sacrifice a lot. Which we think is a compromise, but it's a sacrifice. So say you're in a relationship, because that's usually where all your compromise or sacrifice happen. And you stop doing something because she don't like you to do it. You stop painting, or you stop drawing, or you stop, I mean, with the same difference, or you stop playing sports, or you just stop doing things because she has a problem with it, or vice versa. You know, like he gave the example about the woman, it's things that you had before you met this person, and they tell you they have a problem with it, and you stop it. So this is why the question is compromise or sacrifice. When you compromise, like you said, this is a mutual understanding. I know you don't like this, but I need you to understand that this is what I need to be happy, or this is what I do. I would really love for you to be involved. But if this is something that you don't like, okay, we can figure out something we can do together. The sacrifice is, like he said, this person has a problem with what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. They just don't like it. And then you completely give it up to appease the other person. I'm pretty sure every last one of us and everybody that's listening, everybody in the entire world has done this. So I want to know y'all feelings on that.
Quick.
We heard it.
What was the question again? I tuned out for a second.
What are your feelings on compromising and sacrifice?
I mean, basically said how I would explain it. You know, there's sacrificing is a decision that is made by you personally. That's something that you are willing to either relinquish or, and when it comes to a certain situation where compromise involves more than one party. Compromise is more than is a decision that is made as a collective.
So do you have a situation or example you're willing to share? And it doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be someone you know.
Well, I'm trying to think of a good one. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them here. Let me think. Okay, so all right, so I guess an example of compromise is an example of compromise. So totally unrelated to relationships. So way back when, like, this is a simple one. So this was way back when. Me and another artist, we actually had that me and he and I had a few songs together. We actually shared a performance set one time, you know. So we only had room for 3 songs. So granted, we didn't know which songs to use, so we basically, he performed one of his, I performed one of mine, and then the third song in the middle, we just did a song that we just compromised and decided to do a joint that we both were on, that we recently did, and so on. That's like an example of a compromise. You know what I mean? So sacrifice. Now, if it was sacrifice would be me. Like for instance, if I just a sacrifice would be if I had a set by myself, I will sacrifice me doing one of my songs or some of my songs just so one of my team members can get shine, just so they can get on and do their thing. They may not even be involved in the set, but I'm going to make them a part of the set because I want them on too. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm going to get mine regardless, but I will sacrifice part of my situation so they can get theirs on. You get what I mean? That's kind of an example.
Yeah, that's a positive sacrifice, though.
No, well, you didn't say you wanted to name.
No, I'm just no. I'm not saying. I'm just responding to that's a positive sacrifice.
Well,
and a lot of times we don't think about the positive sacrifices we make. But thank you, Quick. Rock, you unmuted.
Yeah, I think we were talking along the lines of relationship and compromise and sacrifice. The lines are very, very blurred when it comes to that in relationships. It tends to be unfair for the man, and I'm just going to speak from my point of view. You feel me?
Thanks.
It's to the point where, you know, women want to mold us into their dream man. You feel me? And during that quote unquote molding process, you tend to strip away men of what we like to do. Some men like video games. You feel me? Some men like to go out to the bar, hang with their guys. You feel me? Certain things that don't involve them. You feel me? When they feel like that is occupying too much time, then it becomes a problem. So it starts as a compromise, but when you do take those times, then it becomes an issue. So you have to sacrifice because you're put in a situation where you're like, either I'm going to hear shit about it or not. What do I want? So it really becomes blurred lines. I feel like in relationships, sacrifices should only be made if it's for the greater good. You feel me? Like if we behind on bills and I gotta stop doing my extracurricular activity that takes up money to pay bills, then yeah, that's a sacrifice because that's not needed, and that's across the board. You feel me? That's not a compromise. You feel me? A compromise is meeting each other halfway, finding a balance. You feel me? If it's not a balance, it's not a compromise. It's a sacrifice.
I agree. Mo?
I have nothing to say. Like,
we doing a star tonight, huh?
Let me pick it back up because I cut it short because I
get in this.
You know you be cutting.
So to be completely honest with you, and this is no smash to the ladies, but I think that's completely unfair because when you meet someone, you fall in love with who they are and what they do. You dig what I'm saying? If that's who it is, you can't expect the person to change in the middle when everything was already put there off Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you signing a contract, you know what I'm saying, to do something, and all of a sudden in the middle of the agreement, the terms change. You can be like, oh, wait a minute, what the fuck? You knew what it was before. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like in this situation, I don't feel like men put that much pressure, as much pressure on women to sacrifice. You feel me? They more women. I feel like women more so compromise. Men were forced to sacrifice a lot more. Prime example.
Okay. She said go ahead.
I'm sorry.
The main difference between sacrifice and compromise is that compromise is done in order to receive something, whereas sacrifice is not coated with any kind of selfishness. Compromise can bring some irritation sometimes, whereas sacrifices are pure in this context, which generally bring peace of mind. No, it's the other way. Not my words, but I agree.
So
go ahead.
What I was going to say was, God damn it, I had a great point and I just fucking lost it. Go ahead. I'm gonna get it back.
Okay, so you made a point. You made a statement that you knew what it was when you met me, but you do know that you changed throughout time. Now, I'm not defending, nor am I making an excuse. Women sacrifice too. Your woman might not sacrifice. A lot of women might not sacrifice, just like a lot of men might not sacrifice. A lot of women might not compromise. A lot of men might not compromise. So let's just not say all and all, because it's not that way. I had a different experience. Everybody has different experiences. But yes, women do make men sacrifice a lot. That I will agree with. I will. My question is, why do you, and I don't want to hear because you love this person, why do you sacrifice so much if it alters who you are? And a lot of times we don't know better because we're just doing it, like I said, because of love, because we want to appease this person, because we want to, make quote unquote peace in the house, which it doesn't make peace in the house. It buries your problems. It buries your anger and resentment. We can say that people make a sacrifice, but we're the ones sacrificing, and we're not requiring the same of that person. So we have a fault in that as well. Star?
What?
Get to talking.
I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. I do know the difference between sacrifice and compromise. And the reality of the situation is humans dog the hell out of each other with that. It's not a women do it more than men or men do it more than women. It's really not. Because I can give you a good example. A woman dancing like he used. Okay. You don't know how to dance. You don't like to dance. You be embarrassed. So you don't want to go with her to her dance classes. But then her best friend, who may be male and, may or may not be gay, loves dancing. She can go out and have a good time. And y'all men will be like, hell no, absolutely not. She got to drop the class and everything.
I would say hell no to that too, though.
I disagree. I would say hell no. If we can't trust one another, then what are we in it for?
It has absolutely nothing to do with trust.
In the same respect, hold on. Because in the same respect, what I just described was a simple dance class, public place, plenty of damn people around, and it's just dance class. But then let that very same man say, when you're mad at me, you withhold sex from me and you know that I need it. He feels like he's sacrificing because she don't want to have sex. But what would the compromise be? To let him go sleep with another woman when you don't want to give him any? So it's like it's a back and forth yin and yang type of thing.
But those are
it's just what people do. So I don't think it's blame on one gender, because too many times people want you to sacrifice for them, but they're telling you, oh, let's compromise.
Wait a minute, Star.
Okay, hold on. That's the two separate things. Okay, so would you be okay with real quick, hon? Would you be okay with him going somewhere with another woman because you don't want to go? No, the fuck you wouldn't. I don't care how innocent it is. You may trust him, but do you trust her ass? He may trust you, but do he trust you? Dancing, hold on. Dancing is very intimate. Dancing can bring feelings that you didn't even know was there. There is absolutely no way I'm going to a dance class with another man with my husband in the house. Now I may do the dance class, and when I get home, I'm going to dance with him. If he don't want to do it in public, fine and daddy. But that's not okay. That's inappropriate. It's just some things that's inappropriate.
Man,
And you don't have to sacrifice that class. You can do the class, but you're not taking another man to this class.
yeah, that's crazy, Star. I just can't agree with that. I get what you're saying, but that example is wild. Like, why would I, as a man, allow my wife to go out dancing with another man? And I don't care
unless he dancing with another woman.
I don't care if you said because it's in a public setting. A bar is in a public setting. The movies is a public setting. A restaurant is a public setting. Anything that can be one-on-one and intimate, and you're giving the opportunity for the next one to put in. So I would be boo-boo the fool to say, all right, baby, I don't want to go dancing, but that nigga that like to dance, you can go ahead and go with him. Come on, man.
And the beauty about what both of y'all said, which was very prudish, is the fact that whether you know it or not, you proved my damn point, because we're talking about the difference between compromise and sacrifice. So the compromise in that would have been, so what that you don't like to dance? She love it. So you get your ass up and you go with her. And then the friend, the extra man at the class, or no other man would matter, because you compromised by keeping your woman happy and going and doing something you didn't want to do. The compromise, when I flipped the script and talked about women withholding sex, the compromise is you may have a shitty attitude, but the man who you say you love is horny, so you give it to him instead of getting mad when he goes and gets it elsewhere. That was the point of it. It didn't matter if it was disrespectful that she wanted to dance with another man. It's not about what you'll allow, what's inappropriate. The appropriate answer was, I may not like to dance. I may think I can't dance, but it's her dance class and she asked me to be there, so I'm going to go. Y'all
Yes,
just
that's the
proved exactly
compromise. Hold
what I
on.
was
That's
saying
the
about
compromise.
the differences between, I said that.
Yeah, I know.
was
I know.
talking
That's
about
why I'm
the
agreeing with
differences,
you. As
but
far as
that's
the
my point.
compromise.
That was the
I
whole
know,
point
but
from the
what
start.
the fact of the matter is, whether he wants to go or not, you can't just go take another man. In the
Thank
dance
you.
class, there are other men there that you would dance with, and it's professional. But you don't get to pick and take somebody that you know, another man with you, to the dance class. He should want to go because this is what you like to do. Okay, fine. But if you don't want to go, well, fine. I'll see you later. I'm going to this class.
But that was my point in the first place. I just worded it as her male best friend for extra controversy. Whether she takes another man or not ain't the point. It had nothing to do with it. The whole point was seeing the difference in between, is she sacrificing for you because you're telling her, hell nah, you can't go. And I don't like to dance, so I'm not going to take you. Or do you compromise and say, I don't like to dance, I'm not going to your class, but I'll go with you because you like to dance. The point is it selfish by taking away something that makes your partner happy, or is it a compromise by doing it for the sake of their happiness, being selfless? That was the point. It wasn't about a man or if she take it and like, y'all tripping. Y'all
No.
looking too deep.
No, it's not. But this
It was
is what
the
you
simple
said. We're
answer.
going
How
off
do
what
you
you said.
compromise in that situation instead of making your partner sacrifice for you?
She don't have to sacrifice. She can go to the dance class.
Okay, but
whether you go or
once
not.
again, what you're saying is a real world view. The question simply was, do you know the difference? Are you making your partner sacrifice, or are you compromising? The compromise is him going anyway. Him saying, I don't like to dance, so you can't go, and can't nobody else go with you, is a sacrifice. You just took away her joy of dancing by telling her she can't do it.
He only
Y'all
took it
are
away if
missing
she
it. Y'all are
allows him
sticking
to
on the
do
little
it.
details and missing the bigger picture of the
The
point.
whole picture of it is see, this is what I was saying. The sacrifice cannot happen unless you allow it to happen, first and foremost. You have that power to make that sacrifice. You do. They may request you to do it, they may put pressure on you to do it, but it is up to you to make that sacrifice. You choose to make that sacrifice because you want to appease that person. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm like this because I did that shit for 18 years, okay? It is your choice to go and dance or whatever. Whether he says he's going to go or not, whether he chooses to come or she, because there are men that like to do things and want to involve their women and they choose not to be involved. That you should not have to sacrifice what you love because the person you're with does not want to be involved. They're being selfish and not saying, hey, I'll do it for you. But you're allowing them to take that from you because you want to appease them. Fuck them. Go and do what you want to do and come back and talk to them about it. If they don't want to hear it, fine, go in your room, mind your business. But it is on you. You make the sacrifices. You choose to sacrifice. You choose to give up what you want. It's all on you. You can't blame them if you chose to do it. Point blank. And the sex conversation is something else. Because we weaponize sex too, if you want to go there. We weaponize it. We use it because we have the power of the pussy. We weaponize it. So you can't put those two in the situation. You mad with him. When I get mad, I want to fuck, okay? So if I'm mad with you, you might get it more than you would regularly. But that's not everybody. We weaponize it. Those are two different conversations about there's no sacrifice, no compromise in that if you're withholding sex for no reason. If a man withheld sex from you, you would think he out here cheating. He might not be doing nothing. If a woman withholds sex from a man, he may think she's cheating or she have a problem. It's just ridiculous. You make that choice. But the compromise and sacrifice has shit to do with sex at all.
Y'all good?
And yeah, and Kenyatta made a point. She wouldn't do something to keep the peace. Or what'd she say? I would literally not do something just to avoid conflict. And that is a problem. Because then you are belittling what you like to keep the peace. But that's not keeping the peace. Because all you're doing is burying who you are. You bury yourself so that this person can be okay. I had to learn. I'm going to give y'all an example. When I was married, y'all know I like to do things. I like to do this. I like to have fun. I'm happy. Okay. But when I was married, I'm like, okay, hey, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Let's go take the kids. And for years, it would be like, no, we'll get into an argument. I would be upset and nobody would go. I wouldn't take the kids or nothing because he did not want to do it. And I had to stop looking at that and look at my children. They were wanting to go. So not only am I sacrificing what I want to do, I'm taking from them because he don't want to do it. So that's why I said, if he doesn't want to do it or she don't want to do it, you do it. Because it is your choice to stop doing that. It is your choice to remove parts of you for this person. If somebody says they love you, they should love every part of you. Now, to what you were saying, Rock, there's nothing wrong with your partner wanting to spend time with you. There's nothing wrong with cutting back on going out. Not saying you can't go out, but you get to a point where you can't be out every fucking night all goddamn night.
Nah, so it's that was just an example.
I know. I'm just saying there are things.
So I'm glad that you said that. Spinning the block. So the biggest thing, Mo, wake up, bro. You fading over there. It's entrepreneurs have it the worst. You feel me? We have it the worst because we're out here. Our business depends on us, right? So if we're not working, then we're not moving forward. You feel me? So we have to find a balance of time, but it's going to be time where shit is just unbalanced. You feel me? It's a phrase where they say, if you don't want a broke nigga, if you don't want a broke nigga, get a busy nigga, and if you don't want a busy nigga, get a broke nigga, or something along those lines. You feel me? It's a compromise. You feel me? And I don't feel like most women really understand that.
Well, I understand that, but see, business is different from pleasure. If you out working, that's different than just being out. Because you would have a problem if your wife was always out because she liked to hang out and party. These are not necessarily sacrifices because you have a family. So you shouldn't be out all goddamn night if you're not working. She shouldn't be out all goddamn night if she's not working. There's an exception. You gotta work, you gonna work. But partying and hanging out and shit all the time, no. There's a difference.
So let's use an example. Recently, Tom Brady decided to come back for another season. Right after that, when he decides to come out of retirement, him and his wife goes through a divorce. No, it's no secret that him playing football again definitely had something to do with that. You dig what I'm saying? Where's the compromise? Where's the sacrifice? That nigga brings in ends. And she got her own business. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You feel me? But that's his love. That's what he do. That's his job. That's his paycheck. You feel me? So why is it a problem?
It's not a problem for men, bro. It's a problem for these goddamn women. You understand me? All of this shit stems from fucking women, bro.
What's our problem, Mo?
Because y'all minds just roll and keep going and going and going. And it never fucking stops. Y'all overthink, overreact, overdo, overuse. Y'all fucking minds, yeah. Y'all actually answer the fucking voices in y'all head, don't you? Don't you? Say you do.
Hey,
Say you do.
I'm my best confidant.
Oh, you laughing now. But this is going on Dateline when we
Hey,
find out you a fucking murderer. Okay?
I would never.
Oh, okay.
No, but okay, so to go to that. Tom Brady was in the league for how long?
10 years, 46 days, and 36 seconds.
Oh wow. Okay. So within those 10 years, they were traveling.
He been in the league for a while.
I know. During that time, they was traveling, they was changing, they was moving, they were chilled. They got kids, right? There's kids, there are things that happen. She also have her own business. Now, not saying that her business or his business should not keep them busy, but when is the time for us? Now, I don't find a problem with him going back. But maybe she might be scared something might happen to him. Maybe they had an agreement and he went back. You know, it's just, we don't know the inside or the confines of their agreement. We don't know. But I don't think it is grounds for divorce, but we don't know exactly what happened. You know, we don't know. And it's, you know, I think we also have a problem understanding time. Time is important. Entrepreneurship, yes, you have your own business, you have business to run. But that's not the only part of you either, whether it's a woman having a business or a man having a business. Because if the woman was gone all the time, it would be a problem.
You want to know something? And here's the problem. We give you time, the money slows down.
That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just sharing the dilemma. We give you time, the money slows down, right? We go back out and get the money, and the time slows down. You feel me? It's always a back and forth. There's never no.
It can be, but he retired. This is the problem. He retired, so it's not like he had to start from the beginning and build. He already there. He retired. They may have already had plans. We don't know.
Right, so
I'm gonna tell you one thing: a man going back to work ain't no grounds for divorce. Go back to work, but we don't know. We just don't know.
Let me ask you this, and sorry, you can chime in too. And fellas, flip it. If your wife comes to you or your husband comes to you and say, "Hey, babe, look, I know I said I was going to retire this year, but they told me if I come back for one season and they going to give me $50 million just for these 17 games, you feel me? We paid. And if we go to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, you know I get my extra pay and my bonus and incentives." What you going to say?
Baby, you only 1 year, right? Because we had this conversation and you said X, Y, and Z. Now, if it's 1 year and it's the money, okay, cool. But you have to have these conversations. A part of compromise is actually considering your partner's thoughts, considering what they feel and what they need, as well as what you need too. The sacrifice is when you only consider one person. There's a compromise that needs to be had because it's not just you in that relationship. It's not just you, regardless if you're the one working, he's going out there for that one more year. Okay, but y'all need to have that discussion. Like I said, we don't know what their conversation was. We don't know what happened in there. We don't know what his ass is doing on the road. We don't know where her ass is doing. We just don't know. But if you're like, one more year, 50 million, okay. What we need to do? What do we need to set up? Do we need to set up homeschooling for the kids? Do you want me to travel with you? What do you want me to do? That there are things with compromise, but he also needs to compromise with her as well, because if she has her own business and they have children, who's watching the children? Where are they going to school? If we have to keep moving around or just him moving around, it's like, it's not just you two in that. If you have a family, it's the children as well. Yeah, people say fuck them kids. Yeah, we can have the moments, but they're our children. So it's not just you, her, it's you, her, and the kid. There's more to consider than just, you know what I'm saying? It has to be a conversation. It has to be a understood, listen and speak well conversation. That's important. Anything you want to do, if you have a partner that's willing to work with you, because not everybody has that partnership. Not everybody has that friendship in their relationship. Not everybody is able to talk to who they're with. So that's important too.
Well, look, since we being open, can I be transparent? You know what I need? And I think I can feel for all the men. I can speak for all the men on this panel. You know what I need?
What?
I need for them to stop playing this dumbass fucking Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. God damn it. Can we ban that song now? Can we ban it?
Ain't nobody else
Yeah, Star Wars would say something, but I think
well, I wanted to answer your question, Rock. So from the story that I saw, the reason that she's deciding to leave is not so much because he decided to go back after he said he wouldn't. He's had a few concussions over his career in football, and his doctor told him, from what she said, okay, I haven't seen anybody's medical records. From what she said, his doctor told him that the next concussion can be the one that kills him. He's already had at the very least 3. So her anger is more so with, why do me as your wife and our kids care more about your well-being than you? Whereas his, standpoint is, football is my life. It's all I've ever known. So she feels like he's being selfish and he feels like she's being selfish. Whereas he's doing what he loves and she feels like, I signed up for better or worse until death do us part, and you're seemingly trying to make death do us part quicker because you know what the doctor told you. So in that situation, I absolutely would be in agreement with Giselle, and I would be pissed that you want to play football again, because yes, it's what you love, but what else do you love? Because now it's a matter of your health. I love you enough to tell you that's a bonehead ass decision because you know it can kill you.
But you got to be and you're absolutely right. But when you're dealing with somebody with that's all they know, that's they love, and that's their passion, it's hard for people to walk away from shit like that.
So then, how much love and passion do you have for your spouse that you pledge forever to?
You see, I get it. I get it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he's right, but I'm just being honest with you. You feel me? Like, it's hard. It's hard. It's if I had to walk away from music and all of this shit that I do down that makes me happy, it'd be fucking hard. Why? Because this puts me in my happy place. You feel me? When I do this, I zone out. You feel me? My problems don't exist. When I'm on air with y'all, whatever I got going on in my personal life, that shit does not exist. When I'm on set with that camera, I'm in my own world. You feel me? So when you're in that place and you're being asked to separate yourself from that place and no longer do that, you have to understand that it's a process. You just can't do that.
Yeah, I agree. I understand that. But there are other ways for him to be involved in football. And and I'm glad you said that, Saul, because that's one of the things I said. She might be concerned about his health. That's a big thing. But there are other avenues he can take to still be involved in football without actually going on the field. It will be a huge transition. But you got to think about that. If he gets hit and he goes, then what?
But you want to know something? But guess what? He's Tom Brady. He's heavily fucking protected. Trust me. Trust me. If you watch football, you know. If you even fart in that nigga direction, 15-yard penalty and a $50 million fine.
Yeah, but that don't mean he can't accidentally get hit.
But
and what's left? Hold on. You get that concussion, you die. What's left? The money? It's not worth shit.
But check it out. Would you rather see him get that last out of his system, or live the rest of his life miserable and unhappy and starting to resent you because he didn't play that last year?
I'd rather him be happy but alive. If he's going to play, fine, but it would have to be like you want your man. If you really love the person you're with, you want them happy. You want to make sure that they're happy. Anything that they need, you want to make sure they're happy, but you want them there too. Not saying he can't go on. It's just, I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. I do.
So now here's where the compromise come in. 1 more year and that's it.
365 days. Yeah, it is. That's a lot. You never know what can happen. And not saying anything can happen outside the field too. So we're not gonna say that. But come on now.
Could bend down to get a pot out of the bottom of the cabinet
and tip over. Anything can happen. But you're purposely putting yourself in danger. It's like you stand in the middle of the street.
Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. And they come home and butter that biscuit, do you? And then add your own jelly.
Of course.
Y'all fucking retarded, man.
Nah, you know what's retarded? Bro?
What's that?
Your motherfucking ass been too goddamn quiet this whole show.
He been ducking and dodging and dipping and diving and shit like he playing dodgeball.
Y'all know daggone well he gets more reserved and reflective around Christmas time.
No, that nigga high as shit.
No, I'm not. I'm just my bad. Y'all was what the fuck was that noise? Who the fuck made that noise? What the fuck? Who made that fucking noise?
Tom Brady.
Oh God.
You're residential stoners.
There she goes imitating men again. Imitate men, y'all.
I don't.
No, that's what the fuck you like to do. You like to. Yep. You still on one of them old school ass sex lines and shit talking about. Yeah.
Hey, can I take y'all back real quick? And quick, unfortunately, I'm sorry, you may be too young to know about this. You guys remember the chat lines from back in the day? You've reached DC Mama Raven.
Yeah.
Why was everybody always looking like something, smelling like something?
With the pictures?
Nah, that's what they used to say on their little, remember how you used to record your little joint to try to get people to talk to you on the chat line?
I've never been on the chat line.
What?
I know about the chat line, but I've never been on. I just never been on. I know about it though, but I've never been on it. My friends used to call all the time.
This Rico calling out of Capitol Heights, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
Oh my gosh. Right.
The girls be like, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? Capitol Heights looking like something, smelling like something. Be like, yo, you can be looking like shit, smelling like shit. You gotta be a little more specific.
No, why when you said it, why did Deja say, what's the chat line?
Oh wow.
Ciao.
This is
You want to
before.
say the wildest
This is
adventures.
before farmersfuck.com. It was
We
before
still had phone book.
Christian Mingle. This was before all the little weird ass sites that you can go to. This was the essence of game right here. This was when. Oh
Man, what?
God.
Hey, look, I love the alphabet people, but the shit got weird when the trainees started taking over.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be real.
Did
I
anybody?
love y'all.
You so retarded, yo. Do y'all remember like calling? Remember the three-way line when three-way came in, and you'll call somebody, be like, "Listen, he said he liked me, but I'm about to call him. Don't say nothing." So you put your phone on mute, and you sit there listening to the whole conversation. Then y'all they hang up, and then y'all still on the phone. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Our generation came in with everything. Oh man.
Man, how about this? How about you used to call somebody, they used to call somebody, they used to call somebody.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like 32 people
The
on
party
the phone.
line.
Man.
We blown when the person in the middle hang up. Then you got to call
And everybody
back. Man.
That was the shit.
Do y'all remember when Pepsi was giving everybody their own free voicemail box? It was called One Box.
Yeah, with the
Hey,
top,
listen,
with the
I
cap.
used to be pressed to give everybody that funky ass number. All the numbers started with 777. You even had 301-777 or 202-777. I was so pressed to give boys that little number because I couldn't have boys calling my house.
Right. Do y'all remember when we didn't have to use the area code?
Yes.
Nah, hold up. Do y'all remember that when you said that you was gonna get a phone call, you was gonna be at the house, you actually had to be at the
You
fucking
had to
house?
be right beside the phone because if somebody was on that phone, you was not getting that call. Not at all. Oh, the page with voicemail.
Talk about dial-up internet like shit, boy.
I was just about to say that.
Oh my God.
My grandmother has disconnected so many of my phone calls, unplugging the phone cord to plug it into the back of the damn computer. The modem. OMG.
Or they pick up the phone and you can hear him be like, hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Young, they used to piss me off. They used to piss me off, bro.
No, what about getting phone calls after your bedtime and you got to be next to the phone to snatch it up
quick and pick
on
it
the
up?
first ring before they had mute the rings?
I had a Garfield phone. I had a Garfield phone. That nigga was
For real?
That Garfield phone, hell yeah. Garfield my man. It's like, what the fuck?
Damn, man, y'all just made me feel like a spoiled brat, man. R.I.P. to my mom. I love you, baby. But, man, look, my mother knew at a certain age the girls was going to be calling. She was like, look, bro, you just going to get your own. I had my own phone line at 12.
Ew, you disgust me.
Oh,
right.
Nigga, my love talking slow jam started early. You talk about. And all I had to do was cut my ringer down because I had one of the VTech cordless phones. The joint that was clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a clear one too.
Yeah, man.
Y'all, I'm going to jail. I'm about to smack this girl. She don't even know the name for it, but she said, oh, I bet every last one of y'all remember having to turn the phone dial to, first of all, it's called
a rotary phone. I had one of those too.
That's what you had to do.
No, I was so excited when I got that little tacky ass clear phone with all the colorful little things on the inside. You could tell me shit. I just knew it. And my best friend at that time had a little money, so she bought me a pager so that the boys could get in contact with me. I just had to keep it on silent. My stupid ass put my book bag on the table one day, so when it vibrated, you could hear it vibrate, and I got busted and got it taken.
Oh my gosh. We had
I was like 13.
What?
13.
We had the gold rotary phone. The one thing about the rotary phone, you dial one number, you got to wait for it to come all the way back. So if you dial a 9, you sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for that shit to go all the way back around for you to do another number. Those were nice though.
Man, fuck all that. That rotary dial shit. Listen, that's not spicy. You only experience them bitches at your grandparents' house.
We had one at my house, at my grandparents' house. I
Oh,
loved
you
it.
a fucking lie. You had one of those.
Yeah, I thought ours was gold with the imprint on it. We were a little fancy. It was gold with the ivory in the middle. Yeah, we were fancy.
I swear to God, the first time I used one, I was so confused as a kid. I was very fucking confused. I ain't gonna hold you. Maybe my fucking parents was the Jetsons or some shit, but my father just, I had never seen one. I never seen one until I went to my goddamn grandparents.
That's so funny. What about the phone booth? Have y'all ever got a call from the phone in the phone booth?
Yeah.
Like, hey, dial this number. I'm gonna be right here.
I used to prank call people in the phone booth.
Really?
Nah, for me, my first pager was before you could have voicemail and all that other stuff. And our friend of a friend of a friend would get the girl that you don't like pager number so that you can write her 304 all day long. When she turned it upside down and say ho.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
What the fuck, guys?
My mother hated when I had a pager. She just knew I sold drugs.
Nigga. Y'all listening to the mind of these fucking women, man? Like,
what's that? The 43110. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Or 143 was code for I love you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey man, look,
all that shit.
It's been a fucking great show, man. We went past our time. It's fucking getting a little late, you know. Light-skinned nigga got to go to bed. We ain't see Unc tonight. Hopefully we talk to Unc next week. See how he feel about Meg Thee Stallion. I think Quick went to sleep. You know, it's past his bedtime, you know. 8:30 is his bedtime. We thank him for staying up every week.
Oh, thank you, Quick. We really appreciate you.
He's a nun. That nigga's a nun. I know he's a nun.
That means he's a virgin.
Some of them nuns ain't virgin. Them priests be getting it in with them nuns. Y'all don't know them stories.
Man, y'all don't know them stories. Them priests be touching them boys. They don't want.
They do, but they be chasing the nuns too.
So I was gonna say to y'all before we get off the air, y'all know that I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist or what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know I be watching those spirit boxes. So the channel that I really, really like, y'all know they did a Shanquella Robinson spirit box. It just dropped today. Really, really. And the spirit that was supposed to be Shanquella said that everybody there jumped on her so that nobody could snitch on anybody. I was like, dang.
Wow.
I think that hit me the hardest because I think that's kind of what they were angling to in the first place. It was just crazy to me. I've been waiting all day to tell y'all that because that blew my mind.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Them spirit boxes are weird. It fucks me. You know, but that's another time, another date. Freaky weird shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you fuck a ghost, is it technically getting spirit box?
I think so.
What?
Oh my gosh.
The Holy Ghost? You fuck the Holy Ghost?
Holy shit.
That's not a ghost. That's not a ghost, motherfucker. That's a gift.
It's a blessed gift, indeed.
Well, look, it's time to get out of here before we end up saying some more shit that we ain't supposed to be saying. This is shit that we normally say off air.
Facts.
You right.
Y'all get a look into us. Okay?
Yeah. Even more than what y'all usually do.
Not Little Fizz us, but us.
That sounds like a pap smear.
I don't want nothing fizzing out my vagina in a pap smear, okay?
See, now I'm feeling attacked. See, you gotta cool out. Champ. I'm feeling really attacked right now.
Mr. Freaky Weird.
Yeah, Zane. 1-2 punch him.
Hey, you wanna know what, bro? That's about to be your new chat name, bro.
What?
Mr.
Freaky Weird shit.
Yeah.
That sound like some. Nah, fuck that, bro. Don't you ever name your shit like that, home? Like, nah.
Hey, look, I ain't
Mr.
named you.
Freaky Weird shit, bro.
I
No,
didn't
that's
name you
not
that,
definitely
bro.
not me. That's not me. No, and that is. Who the fuck said it sounds good? Sounds good. Mr. Freaky Weird shit. God damn, that sounds like a
Weird
Catholic
can be a
English
good
teacher.
thing. Weird can be good.
That
Nothing
sounds like
wrong with weird.
I said. It sounds like a Catholic English teacher. That's all I'm gonna
You
tell
know
you.
what?
Well, they
I
into
just
some freaky
remembered
weird
something.
shit.
I know where Quick disappeared to.
To the toilet.
He's cleansing.
Oh,
He's
this
in that-
man was shooting. This man was shooting curds out his ass like a 22.
Pew pew pew.
Boy, you're making crow feed up in your ass, boy. You need to eat more motherfucking meat, Paul.
Boy.
Up there, yeah, he up there building crow's nests and shit. Yeah.
Just make sure you wash your hands and spray, bro. That's all
Oh,
we
good
ask.
gracious.
So let's wrap this show up. Yeah, that's K Quick. Follow him at therealkquick.com. Beach bars and face. All his plaques is everywhere on the fucking wall. If you don't know what it is, go back and look at the old shows and see that shit. K Quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm your man, GMO, aka non-GMO. I appreciate each and every one of you. Every other Wednesday, it is both sides of the coin. I'm signing off.
I am the Blue Phoenix, and you can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. Like Mo said, every other Wednesday at 8 o'clock on both sides of the coin. Good night, y'all. Thank you, Kenyatta and Zena and Nikki, Angel.
I am your girl, Just Star, and if you see me out in the street, stop and speak. Mwah. Good
That's
night.
If you see me, don't say shit to me. Just wave. Tell
You
me,
know what?
Make sure y'all follow your whole social media platforms. Look, you speak, it's too close. Niggas got COVID. It's flu season. Shit going around. If you don't have a mask on, say 6 feet or just wave to me. Or send me a message on Instagram, man. This is the No Filter Show. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We out of here. Good night.